Hello everyone. Hi, welcome back. Oh my gosh. It feels like it's been a while. Huh. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Why, George, why are you connected to my normal mouth movements? Huh. I don't know why that's happening. That's a little funky. Might need a reset up, George, but that's okay. Cause George works normally. Here, let me do a little test. Can you hear this?
Pog online poggers.
Yeah, I don't know why he's also connected.
Help art is making me talk.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. That's gonna be a little funky. Well, okay, so let me talk a little bit about the big elephant in the room that happened last stream. So,
A devotee is checking in. To ensure check-in is complete, please give me your credit card.
yeah. So the reason why George is a little broken is because there was a problem. So let me just, yeah, George is a little broken today. I am going to try and work on fixing him a little bit more. I didn't realize that he's also tracking to my own mouth movements. That is not supposed to be happening. So that's something I have to probably go in and fix on his actual model to maybe turn that off. Because it's supposed to be going towards mouth movements of the program. So I use VTS Pog, and for those that don't know, there was a situation that happened with Stream Elements over the last weekend, and it hasn't been fixed. So I normally use Stream Elements. So it's a widget program called VTS Pog that is made by a separate developer. I'm in their Discord, so I knew that of how this broke, because I was like, why did this break so badly? Why was George not speaking? Why was it saying that everything was hooked up, but everything wasn't hooked up? Well, what ended up happening was it seemed that Stream Elements had gotten an issue with a bug, and they fixed something on their end, and then suddenly all of the API for, I guess, outside speech API stopped working. If you don't know what like the text-to-speech API, it's server connections. And for some reason, it's not working anymore. I could switch over to Stream Elements and see if it's working right now. Right now, I'm using Streamlabs because they pushed out literally this morning a very quick beta. So there are going to be things that are wrong. That's why George is probably a little broken right now. So that's what was happening last time. Is there was this big, huge break. They're still working on trying to fix it. There are plenty of people that are also talking about it in the Discord, because they have a Discord so that you can ask questions. And I went in there because I was like, if I'm having problems, I'm wondering if other people are having problems, or I can also post up my own problem that I'm having. And it turns out that that's the issue that was happening. It happened so suddenly and so quickly, and the person was on vacation. The person that was working in the background was on vacation at the time. So they did come back. They're currently working on it. It seems that somebody in the back end also looked at it, and there's a large possibility that Stream Elements just stopped paying a bill, and that's why it's down. But the funny thing is, let me quickly change over to Stream Elements right now and play the text.
Pog online poggers.
See, right now it works. So right now, I'm over in Stream Elements and it's working. But we don't know how long that's going to last, because right now it's working. However, people have said that sometimes it doesn't work. So that is the thing with VTS Pog. It's just sometimes working, sometimes not working. I think the reason that George is a little broken is because I had to do this like new settings thing, and it's kind of interfering with some stuff. So I think that's why he's a little broken. I should have checked that. I was mainly focusing on whether or not George would be able to speak at all. Now, the reason that I use Stream Elements I'm now switched over to Streamlabs, is because it's free. I don't have a limited amount of uses. I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to do anything like that. And that's why a lot of people kind of use it. because VTS Pog is $15. It's a forever $15. I don't have to worry about paying anything more on that. And then using Streamlabs or Stream Elements, it's free. There's also the TikTok TTS, which is also free, or you can use like Windows, which is something that you whatever is in Windows. So if you're using Windows, there is also some other ones for this. So basically, VTS Pog connects to a TTS service. That's a text-to-speech service. There's a bunch of different ones in here that you can pick. Some are free, some are not. Most TTS services are not free. Now, this person did say if you really like the voice and you really want to make sure that nothing goes down or it breaks or anything, to change over to Amazon Poly, because most of the ones that Stream Elements and Streamlabs uses is Amazon Poly. So if we need to, I'll move over there. Now, Amazon Poly is not free. However, it's a pay what you use service. That just means that you only pay for what you use. So if you don't use like a whole lot of stuff, or you guys aren't chatting too much, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that you guys use George as much as I think you guys do. George says a lot of other stuff too, but you guys don't really use George extremely. So that's why I'm like, I might move over to Amazon Poly or Azure TTS, which is also pretty much similar to Amazon Poly. Apparently people were saying that's a little harder to set up, whereas Amazon Poly, you make an account and you put in your credit card and there you go. So George literally will be taking your credit card in order to speak. But somebody was saying that it actually doesn't take that much money. They said for them, it's like pennies a month for them. So I'm like, okay. And I believe they're either in America or Europe. So if they barely even have to go up to $1, like USD for their stuff, then it's probably not that bad. So again, and George is able to still keep their voice. I'm going to change back over to Streamlabs just for the time being. Just because I don't want it to just break in the middle of stuff. Now, it does say here, because they do pop up with some things, it says it's a service similar to it. It's free, but continually is questionable. So they're like, hey, if you really like this stuff, move over to Amazon Poly. So it's not a problem with the program. It seems to be a connection between the Stream Elements API, but everything within, like, and the person has been trying to contact Stream Elements, and Stream Elements is just not having it. They're like not talking to them at all, which I think is a little bit of an issue, especially when people literally use this in order to have interactions with chat, and Stream Elements is all about engagement with streamers and communities, right? So it's a little bit of that's kind of an issue and kind of a problem. So that's why I'm trying to keep you guys informed as well, that if George is working or not working. And today we're going to be testing all this stuff out and making sure that George works. I might move over to George's model really quickly and just futz around with it to see if I can get it to stop moving with my actual mouth movements, because he's supposed to technically be in a different thing. So let me just quickly move over to George's model, and you guys can get to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of George's model. No, this is not the right area. There we go. You guys can't see what I'm doing, thankfully, but we're moving over George. So yeah, George is tracked to my head movements, by the way. If you guys have ever wondered that, he's tracked to my head movements. So I'm going to go into his settings here. You guys can't really see what I'm doing here. And change his mouth movements. Yeah, these are not interesting. Let me... Yeah, I don't need... Oh. Oh, what's this one? Oh. Now he's sad. Okay, well, I'm just like changing stuff to see. What is a smile? I feel like this needs to be frequency. And then this needs to be that. Oh. His mouth is now just stuck open. Where? Huh. his mouth is just stuck open forever. I'm trying to figure out what is gonna work for him. Because I have to... Can I just look up BTS? There we go. Okay. I can just look up that. Alright. I'm gonna test George now. See. I'm just gonna give them a head pat and see if they talk.
I am the best frog.
Okay, good. Alright. That's what I wanted to check. I had to change a few things around, but he should work now. And then I have to change a few things on him. I have to item settings, there we go. And I have to say load current model as item. This will override anything. Quick thing about I'm trying to think. Quick thing about how I make George the way that he is. He's actually an item. So this is an item. He's an item. And basically I just take his actual model and I make it an item. So anything that I change on here, in order to reload it, I just literally say load as item and it will override that item. So if you ever make changes on your model and you want to do that, you just go into the model, do whatever changes you want in the model, and then you save it as an item, and it will save all the stuff because it'll override like the base stuff with it, but it won't override like everything else. It's just making sure that the model lines up correctly. So that's how I make it so that George is fine across all of the models. And now we're gonna go back over to here. I need to put pictures on these because I don't have pictures on them, and it makes it really hard for me to know which one is which. Yeah, but now, see, now George is fine. George is not moving towards my mouth, which is good. That's what I needed to fix. So sometimes we have to fix things on the fly, but the good thing right now is that George is working. And again, there might be a day where Streamlabs goes down and we might not be able to use George. And if that moment does come up, we'll just say that George is sick and I will give him, if you see him in his little blinky, that probably just means that George is sick for the day. I will also put a pin in it and tell everybody that George is sick, and you might see his little text-to-speech disappear. So if that does happen, you know, we'll just deal with it. That's just how things work. It's things happen, problems happen, and breaks happen. So I'm gonna be trying to do Amazon Poly stuff probably next year, probably switching over there, but his voice will still stay the same. The other thing is that speaking about next year, I am currently working on getting stuff together for the male model, which will be debuting during my 5th anniversary. Oh. Of course. You had to save up for the granny model, right? But I'm currently working on getting stuff together for the 5-year anniversary. To be fair, even though that it's going to be a 5-year anniversary, I don't really know if we're going to be doing an uncapped subathon of sorts or what. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that we have very much success with subathons. I just think that we just don't. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Thank you for giving Granny Art some pats. I don't know what this is connected to, honestly. So when the hand moves, I don't know. I think it's connected to the shine up here. I think it's connected to that. I was trying to make it connect to my head, but I guess I forgot to turn it off. It doesn't matter. It's Scuff anyways. This is my Scuff model. My granny model is my Scuff model. So people better stop asking for a Scuff model. I have it. It's right here. Ahoy, art. Hi, Momo. How you been? Thank you for all the redeems. Yeah, you saw the granny redeem. You just had to. We're talking about some Scuff stuff with George. But also, male model working on it. Yeah, I'm more focused right now on making some lore stuff for him because I'm making a lore comic for him. And I just finished, so I know you guys probably aren't going to hear this. I don't know if it will be picked up. I have no idea. I was wondering what it did. Granny art changes you into the model. Into the granny art model. I debuted this for my birthday because I talk about a lot how I'm a granny, and apparently people were saying like, oh, you have a granny accent and all of that sort of stuff. So I was like, okay. But I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. No. Oh, there we go. You kind of heard it. Some old designs. This is an old sketchbook. I actually finished this sketchbook. I need a new sketchbook, and I think my mom might get me one for Christmas. But I finished the sketchbook. But in the sketchbook, sometimes I sketch like a bunch of different things. Whether or not I'm brainstorming ideas for like outfits or emotes or other like little things. So this sketchbook is like really filled with like a lot of different stuff. Which maybe one day we'll do like a sketchbook tour of this when I get a hand cam. I don't have a hand cam right now. We'll do a sketchbook tour of this, and you'll see some, I don't think there's anything bad in here. I don't have anything that's like too, like, would be counted as 18 plus, but you're gonna see like some designs. I think I have a cozy accent. Yeah, a lot of people really like my voice. I get told a lot that people like enjoy my voice. But you're gonna see like a lot of like scrapped ideas for like shirt designs. You're gonna see like character designs that got scrapped, character outfits that got scrapped, emote ideas that got scrapped. There's a lot of stream stuff in here, but every once in a while there's just like random art stuff as well. Of just some fun things. Even an old idea for 2.0 George. There's like a lot of things that I have in here. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I wish I had a hand cam, because then you could like see me just like understand what I'm like looking at. But there's like an old idea for what the chaotics were gonna be, which is all of chat, like you guys' stuff. Character designs for some things. An old I need to do that emote. I keep forgetting to do it. It's a cute kissing emote between me and my partner. So yeah, some pages are not used, but I think for like the most part. Oh yeah, old scrap. Oh yeah, all the thumbnail for my 2.0 lore video, I have the thumbs in here. Some ideas. I was doing some studies in here as well. Sometimes I just did like little cute drawings of whatever. So sometimes you'll see like a few studies here and there of stuff. But I sketched out the entirety of the lore comic for the male model, which also encompasses the lore for my 2.0 model as well. And I'm talking about the lore of how art became the goddess of chaos. Because technically, Art's full name... Art has been busy. So I sketched all of this out. It's all like thumbnailing. It's very small. It's very quick. You know, just like if I showed you guys these thumbnails, you'd just be like, Art, I know that you have so much better like art and stuff. And it's like, you know, you can draw so much better than this. And I'm like, these are thumbnails. They're not supposed to be good. And whenever I hear people going like, I can't draw, I literally open up these thumbnails and literally go, sometimes I can't either. Like it's just a basis, and then yesterday I sketched thumbnails. I resketched thumbnails. Have you been taking mental health breaks? Yes, I have. I as much as I have been busy, most of the time a lot of the work that I do when I have a good ample amount of time to do, you know. Ads? No. Shush. I almost clicked. I need to put the snooze ads onto my Steam Deck here. Actually, can I? Let me really quickly do that. I want to see if I can do that. Because then that'd be so nice. Do I have snooze ads? No, I don't want viewers. I don't want my dashboard. I don't want that. Follower clear. No, that's for my panic button. No. I don't need these stuff. I can open last clip. What the hell? Sub chat, stream cat. What? I can't snooze ads? What is this? Bro. Yeah, there's only play ad. There's not snooze ad. Oh, they need to get on that, because I hate kind of having to come up here and press a button in order to do it. I can't change art back. Would you like art to be changed back? Here, I can do it myself. I do it just because, like, sometimes I don't mind being changed into the model for a long period of time. The other thing is too is that I usually use Mix It Up, but Mix It Up bot also is used for a bunch of other things. So I just change myself. This is the new outfit that I debuted for my birthday as well. So let me take my mug off. Do you love this? Yeah, it's reminiscent of my 1.0. It's basically like taking something old and making it something new. So. But I do like it too. It's very comfy. So I have a new background. I'm not a hobo out in the middle of the woods. We still have our original chatting screen as well, in case I want to be in my more goddessy outfit. So it's like that area is like for my goddess outfit, and then this area is for my cozier. And I was like, I feel like this is so much better for cozier streams, because it's like, you know, we have a little background, we have like a bunch of books, it's all nice and cozy. The hobo life. I can do that. I know, right? It's like, it's a lot. So I was just like, I want a room. I want a like really cool room area. So we kind of have this new room background so I have a bed. I have a bunch of plushies of all of my friends and of my partner there. We have like pictures of friends and family. I actually have a family picture back here. All within lore. Stairs up. Yeah. Yeah, that's part of my model too. That's in my model. I have a body pillow of my partner. Of my partner's character, of the character that I made for them. So, because they draw themselves like differently than I do. So, yeah. It's just like a cute thing. By the way, if you ever wonder why I did that, it's 100% because of Overlord. That's what I'm referencing. If you know the scene, you know what I'm talking about. That's really cute. Yeah. I've been like, I show it off every now and then everyone is literally like, I need to do that for my model because I have a partner. And I'm like, I know, right? I'm starting a trend. I started a trend. I want to see more of your partner's art, please. My partner unfortunately hasn't been doing a lot of art. Every now and then they do. But most of the art that they draw of my model is a little bit My eyes only. It's not that it's not that they don't want to draw any art. It's just that they don't really have the time to as much anymore. So whenever they kind of have time or something, they do draw. But for the most part, yeah. Is a good trend, the pillow that yeah. I feel like we need to do it more. I feel like it would be cute. It's cute. Like, it's a cute idea. I think it's a cute idea. Like, it's not too weird, but it's also just kind of funny. It's a little funny. It's just funny. I find it funny. Cause then when I have if I do like a really long subathon or something like that, and then I want to like, you know, take time off to like eat or something like that, then I can literally just put the pillow on and then just like walk away, because then I can sleep. This model doesn't have a sleeping animation. I mean, it kind of does, but I kind of turned it off. I turned off my own sleeping idle animation I made. It wasn't great, and I didn't really like it too much, so I kind of like stopped it. And then so I just like move the model myself and just make it so it looks like that, because I have normal idle breathing. I have an idle breathing animation and some other idle animations to me, so that's why it works. Can show. No, I don't think it's in this folder for this outfit model. I think it's in the default, and I don't have it. Gonna put Iron Man on the pillow. I mean, you know what the funny thing is that actually the art on the pillow and the art on the pillow and the pillow are separate. So I can actually turn off the art if I wanted to, and I could put anybody I wanted on there. Jose suggested I should put Danny DeVito. Jose's my partner. Jose suggested I should put Danny DeVito on it, and I'm like, I'm tempted. That is so big. I know, right? I can, it's just fun, you know, to kind of have just fun. I feel like a lot of people do have like really funny routine. You want to know what the meta is now for models? Like a particular toggle that is meta for models now? The squeeze toggle, where you can squeeze. Trash man. Oh my god, Trash Man, Danny DeVito, bro, yeah. Trash Man. Danny DeVito. Sorry. I've actually drawn Danny DeVito before. So, I don't know if I have any of the more of the pictures. Probably somewhere. I don't know. Have not seen the squeeze. Oh, you haven't? Okay. So I think Matara Khan has it in her new model. By the way, love her new model, honestly. Zentreya has it, and Sayu with his 3.0, he has it too. And they basically are able to just like, cause you know, they have their little TTS talking chat members, but it's like they're able to take them and like and squeeze them. I don't know if Buff Pup has it on her new model. I don't think she does. If she does, well, that's the new thing. It's basically them holding out, you know, basically just squeezing it like a stress ball. That's basically what it is. That's what the toggle is. It's a pretty funny toggle. I think it's pretty funny. I think like, you know, with models and stuff, that you should have like some funny toggles here and there, because it's fun. It's fun. You know, you can engage in chat, you know, engage with your community and chat a lot more. I don't think I would put it on George. The reason being is just because as much as that would be absolutely hilarious, because sometimes it just feels that way, you know, you just gotta give George a little squeeze. But I don't think I'd put it on him. Just because I don't know. I don't think I'd do it. I think it would be funny, but I don't think I would do it. But yeah, so Anyways, I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit more because I am going to be taking a hiatus through December. One, because my mental health has been slightly going in the toilet, and I want to take time to work on some things, especially like possibly get the male model done, and possibly also be working on the customizable Furby model, and also like that lore, the Tra lore comic that I'm working on. Tra is the name of the male model. So he has a name. He's not just daddy art, right? He gets a name. So yeah. Most of my mom has a tongue out. I want to do a tongue out too, but I feel like if I did that, because the thing is, canonically my tongue is really long. I will not say any further on what that entails. So, yeah. Gonna be selling a pyramid Furby model. A custom made Furby model. So it just means customizable. Customizable. So it means you can customize it. Oh yeah, pre-made. Sorry, I read that complete. I thought you said pyramid. I've done a model with a super long tongue at physics. I know. I know. I would. I would 100% add physics to it. Go. One thing I do want to do is probably commission for a chibi model though. I think I might do that in the future. I want to make my own, but nah. I'm dying in the best way. Good. Here, let me just like, okay, yeah, it was. Oh, there goes the ads. Yeah. I wonder if I can just sit here while the ads are playing and just serenade everybody with Danny DeVito while that's happening. Danny DeVito. Bro. Fuck it. Sometimes I'm so happy that you guys cannot hear my squeals. I'm so glad that my sound stuff that I have set up literally doesn't pick up any of my little squeals, and because I would worry if it starts picking up like my dying seagull laughs. But I laugh so loud, my dying seagull laugh, that honestly at this point it's just like it's hilarious. I'm so glad it doesn't pick it up. Apparently there's like wavelength stuff or like something. I'm trying to remember. There's something I can do that's free with my mic and I don't remember what it's called. Also what? Oh, I still have that up. That's why. Why is it that sometimes when I'm really low energy, I just go ha 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 ha, like Fennekin from Agretzko. Oh, you know what? I want to look up really quickly. Let me do that, and then let me also do, I want to do, there we go. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Thank you, thank you. See, on here the head pats work just fine. They don't move around and stuff. Why is this taking so long to load? Okay, there we go. All right, ads should be ending, but I don't want tickets. I don't want tickets. Interesting. That ad shouldn't be playing 30 minutes in. Oh, it probably was because I did something. I think I should have waited a little bit longer before I put ads earlier on. Oh yeah. Let me just wait until all ads are done and over with. Because it still says ads are in. There we go. Hi everyone, and welcome back from ads. So, I think I put the ad thing at the beginning with how I do things a little too early, because usually I get at least an hour and a half before those ads play. That's why I was like, why are ads happening right now? So, but anyways, I want to like look really quickly at some stuff. So while I'm on my hiatus, the stream awards and the game awards is going to be happening. Honestly, someone said that the game awards should just be renamed the Claire Obscure Awards, because Claire Obscure is nominated for so many things. How many things are they nominated for? Let me just view all categories. Yeah. I literally click best game direction. Yep, the Claire Obscure is in there. Best narrative. Yep, Claire Obscure is in there. Best art direction. Yep, Claire Obscure. Yep, Claire Obscure is in there. Best music. Best audio design. Claire Obscure is in there. Best performance. Yep. Claire Obscure. They're in there. Literally, if you just look through, you can just like see it. Okay, this one. No. Games for Impact. Okay, they're not in there. Best ongoing. Yeah, that's like best community support. I like that Baldur's Gate is still in here for best community support, because yeah, honestly. Best independent game. Yep, Claire Obscure is in there. Hades 2. Hades 2 is also in a lot of these. Like, wherever there's Claire Obscure, there's always either Hades 2 or I've noticed Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm just like kind of looking at these. Best debut indie game. I like that Dispatch is in here. Yeah, Claire Obscure. Best mobile game. I'm not surprised Wuthering Waves is in here for best mobile. I haven't played it, but best VR/AR. Wait, the Midnight Walk is a VR/AR game? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, now I do. Now I know what I'm not playing, because honestly, AR and VR games just disorient me. Best action game, like that Hades 2 is in here. I think it has pretty good action. I haven't like completely finished it. Best action adventure. I'm glad that Split Fiction is in here. Let me see. Best RPG. Okay, people were wondering why Monster Hunter Wilds is in best RPG. It's because Monster Hunter is a role-playing game. You're role-playing as a hunter that slays monsters, and you have different characters that you interact with, and different storylines and story beats and everything. So yeah, yeah. It's a very loose RPG, but it's an RPG. Technically it's a JRPG because it's Japanese. Best fighting games. I know none of these except for Mortal Kombat. Best family games. I'm not surprised Donkey Kong. Why is Mario Kart also in here? Okay, I hope Sonic Racers wins for best family. I feel like just out of spite, people are gonna vote for it. I'm trying to see. Best racing. Oh my gosh. Racing has... That doesn't look like a racing game though. That looks like a sports game. Oh, sports/racing. Okay, I thought it was just racing. Oh my gosh. I'm not surprised Mario Kart's in here. Best multiplayer. Yep. Night Rain is in there. Of course Night Rain's in there. Wait. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, what? Best adaptation? Yo, wait a minute. There's adaptation? At the Game Awards, they basically have movie adaptation awards? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think any of these were good. I think that the only thing that the Minecraft movie gave us was just... good memes. Most anticipated game. What do they have? 007 First Light. Grand Theft... I feel like Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna win by default because people have been waiting for so long. Marvel's Wolverine. Interesting. Resident Evil Requiem. And The Witcher 4. I think it's gonna be a tie between Grand Theft Auto and The Witcher 4. I think both of those are very anticipated games. It's just which one is more anticipated, and unfortunately I feel like it's gonna be Grand Theft Auto. Was this Content Creator of the Year? I'm surprised to see... Okay, I'll tell you this much. I know a lot of people... Okay, the Burnt Peanut is 100% a VTuber, because when you talk about what exactly a VTuber is, he unfortunately fits into it. As much as he doesn't want to say that he is, he is. He's a VTuber, and I will 100% back it. I love him. He's so awesome. And he's now trying to, like, understand what VTubers are. So he's trying to understand the language and lingo that we use. He was literally asking somebody what an Oshi was. Because he was like, was this, it didn't mean something bad? I genuinely think he didn't know. So I'm just like, oh, sir, I just want to leave a comment. But I know this isn't your actual, like, I know this isn't your actual account. It's just like a person like reposting like a clip or something, and I'm like, I just want to find his original account so I can just like comment and say like, hi VTuber here, this is what Oshi means. Best esports, not surprised to see Valorant on here. Wait, Counter-Strike 2? Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I guess Counter-Strike. Best esports athletes. Yo, okay, I have to say something. Why do some esports athletes actually not look too bad looking? Like, at least they do try to take care of themselves. Like, because a lot of people think, like, esports, they think, guy in the basement with a fedora, you know? And I'm like, no, most of them are not that. Esports team. Interesting. Then what was this? Player's voice. Oh, I guess that's just like, hey, sign up or whatever. Honestly, I'm surprised to see a lot of streamers or a lot of VTubers taking places in other categories. Or like, you know, taking spots in other categories besides VTubing. I think that that's really good. It's not massive, but at least, you know, we're branching out with the Streamer Awards. Oh, also... I don't know if there's going to be I know there's some VTuber awards that are happening. With VTubers in particular, I feel like there's so much a variety of different VTuber award stuff. And honestly, I just want to do a thing of just saying like, hey, for all streamers of everybody gets an award. An award for keeping on going, you know? That's your award. If you're a streamer and you're going to be continuing streaming next year, you get an award for just keep going. Because a lot of people do quit after several months to a year. So the fact that you're going to keep going, the fact that you're going to keep doing this stuff, that deserves an award unto itself. So I might make just an award for that. So then everybody gets one. And I'm going to make it so every year, no voting, no nothing, everybody gets it. And I know that a lot of people might be like, that's kind of dumb. Like, why are you going to do that? I want to do it because I think that a lot of people you know, it's not to stroke an ego. Okay, I'll tell you this much. You shouldn't look at it as stroking an ego. It's a reward of, I guess in a way, a lot of people might be like, that sounds like a participation award. But I'm like, you guys don't know how hard it is to stream. Or even creating content. Just like creating content in general. It's very difficult. Especially when some people have jobs and kids and other things outside of streaming. I'm somewhat privileged, okay? All right? I unfortunately have been very much unemployed. So like my only form of income is commissions and streaming. And, you know, it's not a whole lot. I will tell you this much. If I had to live off of this, I would be on the streets. I'm fortunate because I still live with my mother and she pays for basically everything. I do want to get more to our financial stability to where I can be able to help her with paying for things. Because even I said, like, you know, if I get to like some financial, a good financial position, then it's like, hey, you don't have to pay for my phone bill anymore. I'll pay for it. Hey, you don't have to pay for internet. I'll pay for it because I'm the one that mainly uses it. You don't have to pay for my car insurance. I'll pay for it. So then it's like, one, I'm taking responsibility as an adult. And, you know, I'm trying to, you know, take some things off of her plate so that she can have more money to do what she wants to do. So there's a lot of that. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. So there's all that awesome and fun stuff. And at the end of the day, it's just like, I feel like with content creation and also just like doing all the stuff, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a very ambitious person. Okay, I'm definitely a very ambitious creator. There's a lot of things that I want to do, but the problem with a lot of the things that I want to do is you need to have money, and I don't have that. But you also need to have a lot of time, and you know, I would say, like, you know, there's not enough hours in the day to do a lot of things, but I also try and be like, hey, you need to have time for yourself as well. So that's why I've been like doing like small things here and there just to be able to like move through it. So yeah. That's why I also just want to take the break off in December, because I want to have time to be able to work on stuff and do some things in December and get just a lot of stuff done, so that then when the year, you know, the year ends and I get to the new year, it's like I already took some stuff off of my plate. I am still gonna be doing where once a month or something like that, I'll take like a week or two break. And the reason I want to do that is, one, for my own mental being, just to take like that break off. So it's like, hey, you guys kind of know that that's coming up. And then I just take a week off, and then it's like, now I have like time to work on some stuff, right? And then I have, you know, less things on my plate to do. Hopefully, the biggest thing on my plate that I want to get off is doing the pre-made customizable Furby, and the reason being is because that's going to help me speed up a lot of commissions, because then I can have Furby model commissions open more frequently, because all I'm going to do is literally take that base and then edit it, and then most of the rigging is going to be the same except for whatever add-ons that are probably going to be added on. So then I have to, you know, make sure that those are rigged correctly. So for the most part, when it's like that, it's gonna, one, it's also gonna probably bring the price down too for it, but also, you know, it's gonna make it a lot better, a lot easier for me to do Furby models. So if I can do that, take that off the plate, it's gonna be a whole lot easier for me to make those kinds of models. And I want to do more, you know. A lot of people, I know that I don't get a lot of commissions for them, but it's nice to do those. And then I was thinking about making a like base chibi model kind of thing, like a your character here chibi model. So there's not like a custom pre-made one. It's just more of like, hey, do you want this like pre-made model, or like it's kind of like somewhat pre-made, but then it's like, hey, here's the add-ons I want you to add on to it. So it's like that kind of stuff. I do also want to update my emotes as well. So there's a few things that I want to do that are just like easier to do, so I can open them more, so then I can be making a little bit more money from commissions and stuff. So there's always that. And then trying to like think. And then the other big thing that I do want to take off my plate is the two things I'm basically going to work on while I'm on break is getting models done, which is going to be the pre-made customizable Furby and the male model. If I can't finish the rig for it, at least finishing the model, like, that's going to be better than nothing. So that's my plan for when I'm on break. And then in between that, I might edit some like small highlight videos and stuff that will be like going up onto the main YouTube. Because honestly, the main YouTube I'm just using for like highlight videos, or like whenever I make some sort of edited video talking about something. I don't really have anything too big that I really want to talk about with like edited videos. I don't know. I'm just gonna like, you know, it's just more of a place for edited stuff. Like the main channel is like all my edited content, and then the VODs is like, you know, the VODs channel, you know. So that's what I'm just like kind of planning on, having a few more videos put up there. I do have like 2 videos that I still need to like make thumbnails for. They're all set and ready to go. It's just like, yeah. And then I just have to edit those, and I'd have like a few, and then it's like post them up once a month. So then it's like there's videos going up, and then there's you know, more videos, more edited content, you know. I don't know if I'm gonna make like fully edited videos, because I don't know if I really will have the time. But if I do like end up having time to do that stuff, I do have one video that I already have a script for. I just need to re-go through it and then do that one. And yeah, I don't think it'll take that much time. Honestly, like making edited videos when you have a script is so much easier. I also want to make some more like edited shorts. So that's another thing. And again, that's just more of like filler stuff that if I have the time, then I'll do that, to be kind of like a little break away from working on the Furby customizable and the model. So it's more of like, hey, here's something else that you can work on that is going to be like a break away from that. Now, the other thing is too, while I'm on this hiatus, I will stream for an end of the year. I will stream like near the end of the year. So that means like, you know, coming up to, so like maybe on the 30th or the 29th, I might stream. Just keep a lookout for that in the Discord and on my other social medias. I might say something. And then for title update 4 of Monster Hunter, sorry. And title update 4 of Monster Hunter, I am also going to be streaming that. We might have a few streams of that, of me playing through, or you know, fighting Gosmosgios and trying to get his armor. So we might have like a few streams of that. So I'm not going to be technically going away completely. It's just more of we're going to be infrequent. So if you see me streaming, you can pop in and just say hi. It'll be on our normal stream days. So it'll be like a Tuesday, a Thursday, or a Saturday that we'll be doing it. And the end of the year one is just going to be kind of like a, hey, it's the end of the year. here are the plans, here's what I've done so far, like, you know, kind of like a check-in. It's like a little bit of a check-in. We're just gonna chat, we're gonna yap, and we're gonna also go through like our Twitch recap, because those should be coming out soon. So we're gonna just like kind of go through that and just kind of have really chill vibes. Now, this is not the last stream. We have next week. So I am planning on next week maybe being 2 more streams and then going on hiatus. And then on, let me like check my calendar. And then on the 16th, which is a Tuesday, we'll be doing the Monster Hunter, because that's when Title Update 4 drops for Monster Hunter Wilds. So we might have a stream then, and maybe a stream on Thursday if we do not finish getting Gosmazios' armor. We'll do 2 streams, and then on maybe the 30th, December 30th, we'll have another stream. So it's more of like, we're gonna be kind of infrequent in December, and it's just gonna be some more time for me to just like kind of do stuff. The other thing is too, is I have a large backlog of clips that I need to empty out. So the other reason for this is literally to empty it. And when I mean a large backlog, I haven't gone through October yet. That's how big it is. I literally scheduled out clips today, and I just finished September. September is now done. It's all posted out. I haven't gone through the entirety of October and partially of November. I say partially because I also post up some clips from November, in November. So I do have a very large backlog of stuff. So, and also again, this break is just to give me time to myself, and also just to kind of think about things. I think it's also like, you know, I need to give myself time to like really reflect on everything that has happened throughout this year, because there's been a lot of stuff that has been happening in the background that you guys haven't really been very privy to. And I will say this much. I'm gonna be honest here. I think I'm a terrible content creator. I think I'm one of the worst content creators ever. And you might be wondering why I even think that. It's just because I really look down upon myself a lot. I see all these other content creators doing so much better and so many more things than I can ever do, and I just can't keep up. I can't keep up with everything that's being done, but hopefully what I can do is be a little fish and just grow slowly, because little fishes do get bigger, but they grow with time. So I never know what's going to be happening next year, and honestly, I kind of had a little bit of high hopes for this year, and let's just say, starting this year out with literally having to run for my life in fear that my entirety of my home and everything I knew would be burned to the ground, and then ending with having people come to my birthday celebration and loving and appreciating everything, and then it's just like there's so many other little things that have just like piled up, and I just think I need to take a step back and focus on, you know, finishing stuff that I'm kind of working on with some projects, to get those projects off of my plate to work on, and then just kind of focusing on doing work, like other work. And hopefully by getting this stuff off of my plate, I can probably be able to open up commissions a lot more, because I do want to do that. I like making art for people. I like doing that, and just having also time to myself to be able to work on maybe other things. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff to work on. It's not a huge pile of stuff. Technically, if I broke it down, it's literally just 3 projects. But those 3 projects require a lot of stuff and a lot of time. So, hopefully I'm going to be able to do as much as I can and just see what happens. Because a lot of people talk about like, oh, well, you just have to have the passion and the motivation to do it and you'll get it done. And it's like, sometimes people don't have the passion and motivation to do it. I have the passion, but I don't really have most of the motivation to do it. But it's like, it's gotta be done, even if you don't like it. So, I'm hoping a little bit with a few things that I also have already pre-set up that, you know, could help with a few things. And yeah. Also, I forgot to talk about this earlier. So yesterday I talked about it, but it actually happened on Thursday. Like, well, technically I learned about it Friday morning. So I found out that somebody had stolen my artwork and was claiming that it was theirs. Obviously it was not, because it was of my VTuber model. So, hi. Hello. Are you really? So, but because I'm not a big VTuber, I don't think many people would know, like, that it is my model. Funny enough, it's actually that mirror one. They took that one. And I'm like, honey, that's kind of like, are you dumb? So yeah, I had to deal with an art thief. And they were posting it on Instagram, right? And the thing is, I don't have a presence on Instagram. I do have an account. I just haven't been posting there at all for like 2 years. So I used to have one. I ended up scrapping it and just being on other platforms. So yeah, I'm not surprised. It's gonna happen. I actually had to deal with something similar earlier this year because someone else did that with another art piece of mine. So it happens. Honestly, on a positive note, I guess my work was good enough to be stolen. So I'm doing something right. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy things to deal with as a person that is online. Or I'm gonna be honest, even if I didn't become a content creator and just did art and stuff like that, I feel like, you know, this would be a lot of stuff that would be a problem. But it's just kind of nice to just, you know, take this hiatus break and just spend it on working on projects and getting things done. But I'm not going completely away from streaming, so, you know, I'll pop up here and there. And I am probably gonna stream next week, and then it's like basically taking a week off, and then it's like streaming and then taking a week off and then streaming again, and then taking the rest of that week and the week after off, and then I'll be coming back probably in the middle of January. So probably the second week of January I'll be coming back. I'll of course alert you guys. I'll let you guys know. I don't want to just like, I'm not dumping you and leaving, okay? We're not If I ever do actually officially leave like streaming, I'll tell you this much. If I do leave streaming, I don't think I'll completely leave, because I'll probably still be using the Art Creates account and everything like that. I'm still probably going to be using all of that stuff. It's just, I won't be streaming anymore. I could be creating content and doing other things. So I would say if I did ever take a step back, I wouldn't be graduating. I just say like, hey guys, I'm taking like a forever hiatus from streaming. Something like that. I feel like with a lot of people, they end up like graduating, but then they still like use the account and stuff for like other things. I'm like, why are you here? I don't know. I feel like graduation with VTubing, if you think you're gonna come back to it, just say that you're going on a really high extended hiatus, because then you give yourself the opportunity to possibly come back. And if you don't think you're ever gonna come back, then just tell people, like, You know, if it's been like a while and you don't think you're coming back, then just say so, you know? But if you really like it and you really want to keep going with it, even after, you know, when you want to come back from stuff, I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh, well, I need to graduate because I don't know when I'm coming back. And it's like, just go for a hiatus, because then with hiatuses, you can always just like kind of pop in here and there and be like, hey guys, I'm just like back to streaming like for a bit and we're gonna just like play this game and stream it, and then just do that. And like slowly come back if you need to. Or just, you know, maybe stay off for like a while. Just be in life. And I think that's the other thing I want to do is like, I want to take this month off just to kind of be in life a little bit. Because I feel like with content creation, it can be very boggling and you just don't give yourself time because you're always so focused on creating content. That's also why I advise against people streaming for really long times. Not even just like long times, but like streaming like 4 to 5 days a week. I'm just like, no. Right now, I'm mostly focused on building up a community in the Discord with us, you know, building up our community a little bit by doing more community days. That's what I'm kind of like mostly focusing on right now. So that's why I've been kind of streaming a little less and also been opening up like Discord nights. If you want to join for Discord nights, join the Discord and make sure to get the right roles. We have movie night and we have game night, and we switch between them. So one week it'll be movie night and another week it'll be game night. Now, if something comes up and I have to cancel it or we have to move it to a different day, of course I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm not I'm not that crazy. But yeah, if you want to chat with us and interact more, you can definitely join the Discord and join the chaos domain. Where we have emotes, we have a bunch of other stuff. Also, technically, if you subscribe, there's also a subscriber only part of the Discord. I haven't used it much because, like, you know, we don't have like a big group of people subscribing. I'll use it more when more people subscribe. So it's like, you know, it'll get used more when I get like more subs and all of that sort of stuff. Again, you don't need to sub if you don't want to. It's just more of like, that's an extra perk. So you could get access to me like working on stuff that's like kind of a little hidden or something like that. Also, in the back end of everything, I am still working on the Art of Chaos comic, and if you want to keep up with that, definitely be following more of the Patreon and Ko-Fi, because it's going to be up on there. It'll be posted up on the Patreon first, but it's like going to be behind paywall. But eventually it'll be, so you get like early access on the Patreon, and then it will be free for everybody. And then it'll, when it becomes free for everybody, it'll go up on the Ko-Fi, and then I might post it up on social media as well. So it's like, you know, depending on what I want, it might go up on social media. It might not. I might do it for character redesigns, because there's a lot of character redesigns I'm working on. There's also like a few other things, just some other background behind the scenes projects. And also, like, if you want to see what I'm working on with a customizable Furby model, that could be up on the Patreon and Ko-Fi too. Of course, you know, I also post snippets up on social media. So it's just like, whatever projects I'm kind of working on, if I want to like post it up, then I just like do it. Do it. I don't know. I'm weird. But yeah. I think that's all I kind of wanted to like do and like kind of talk about. There's a lot of stuff to discuss, but like the more that I kind of think about it, I don't know why, I get like really, really anxious when I talk about stuff of like things I need to get done, because then my brain goes, you should stop streaming and go work on this now. And I'm like, no. We're enjoying happy cozy times right now, so it feels kind of like disingenuous. Let me just... Oh, I see. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was like looking at oh my gosh. Nasally. Get nasally. There's so much stuff, like, there's so much stuff happening in the world, and I feel like just by taking like a step back, and the other thing is too, is like, you know, by taking a step back, I also just want to like try and be off of social media a lot more too, and just kind of like go out, embrace life a little bit. So that's what most of the hiatus stuff that I have planned for. So just in December, I would say like it's just gonna be infrequent. I would just say infrequent streams. We'll be streaming on the normal days, but it'll be infrequent. But next week I am gonna be streaming, I believe, 2 days. It'll be 2 days or it'll be 1 day. It depends on how I feel. I will probably be working on that tomorrow. But I do know I want to do art and gaming. So I want to do like an art and I want to do a game. And then the next time you see me, we'll be playing Monster Hunter Wilds because of course. So yeah. Also, I might be trying to be around in the Discord a lot more. Besides just like chatting with you guys and everything like that, I might be like, you know, you might see me like streaming something, and if I am streaming something, I might be working on the Furby model, I might be working on the male model. I honestly don't mind leaking the male model a little bit, because at the end of the day, it's just me working on the art for it, but you're gonna have to see how it moves. Also, the other thing is, I'm actually kind of excited. I do have to work on another thing that I do have to list here. Actually, let me list that really quickly. So for the male model, they're not going to have a George. Well, they're going to have a George, but it's not going to be George. It's going to be a different thing. And their name is Frederick. Or Fred, for short. Oh, look, okay, I know everyone's going to point out, aren't those the names of the Weasley twins? Look, I didn't think about that when naming them. I just thought it would work. I didn't mean for it to happen, and it did. So yes, there's gonna be George and there's gonna be Frederick. So Frederick is gonna be for Tra, and then George is gonna be for me. So you get a different chatting creature, chatting being when we switch between models. The thing is though, is that I might have to like switch their voice. Honestly, what I'm thinking of making their voice is probably the default Brian voice, probably. Or I might go through and figure out kind of which one I kind of want them to sound like. It needs to be good enough to where I can understand it and you can understand it. That's the one thing. Has to be able to be understood. And the second thing is at least funny enough. Like, funny enough when they speak. By the way, if you want to know George's speaking voice is actually the same voice that Sayu uses for his chat, which is the Emma British English voice. So if you ever wonder what it is, or want to make edits of George or anything saying the most ridiculous thing, it is going to be the Emma British English voice. If you've ever been in Streamlabs or Stream Elements and you've played that sound, that's what it is. That's what George sounds like. So yes, George does have a feminine voice. It's canon. Anyways, let me write down. Thankfully, like, making the little chatbot models is gonna be simple. Maybe I might do that in between stuff, you know. I already actually have a sketch for Frederick's model. So that's all pretty much done for Frederick. Now some people, what they do is instead of having the they might have like an idle animation for them, and I feel like what I might do is actually update George and Frederick to both have idle animations, so that then George isn't connected to my own head. When I turn and look, like George will have their own idle animation. It depends how I kind of want to do it, because honestly I like George like looking the where I look. I think it works. It's subtle. It's subtle, but you can kind of tell. So yeah. But I might play around with stuff, figure out what works, what doesn't work. And you know, it's a very simple model. At the end of the day, that's a very simple model to do. So yeah, let me just say, make red. Yeah. But yeah, and then, you know, of course, with getting Frederick, of course we're gonna still have some of the same old stuff of where you can pet Frederick, you can, I'm trying to remember, you can make Frederick talk. I don't think that Frederick is gonna have like anything too complicated with a lot of his model. Like George has like a lot of things. Frederick, I don't really know. I might have it be that you can like give him a bone, like you can give George flies, pet them, and then George has his hat, but that's like something particular to George. I don't think that Frederick really needs something. I'll see what funny toggle I'll give him, just for fun, you know, just a little fun toggle. But yeah, let me put this up there. I have a bunch of like sticky notes of things. I'm just gonna put this one on top of that, because that one I don't really need to do. I can kind of work on it, but I don't need to work on it. It's a little like comic thing I'm working on, but that's like a separate thing. Oh my god. I don't know why today, but liquid is so going through me today. I have had to go pee so many times. That's a too much information thing, but hey, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay. I think I'm gonna be ending it here, because honestly, I didn't think that today would be a very long stream anyways, because there's not really much to like fully discuss and stuff, because I think I really covered everything that needs to be talked about and discussed. Especially with a lot of things. You know what? I might show you guys something. I might show you guys. Oh, could I show? Do I? The question is, do I want to show? do I want to show? I've been working like a lot on some other stuff. I've been thinking about like 3.0 stuff. 3.0 is a long way. Okay, I'm gonna probably be in this model for like maybe a year or two. So I kind of want to keep in this model for a while, until we do 3.0. Because I feel like, you know, you need to have like longer amounts of times with models, and especially like with this one, I'm just like, I'm not there yet where I feel like this needs to be updated. I'm not there yet. So, you know, we'll see after a year, and then it's like, okay, should I start now working on the next models? And by the way, how I want it to be is that both the female and male model both get new looks. So they both get a 3.0, and not this like little time difference where it's like, oh, you know, we have to wait a whole entire year and then the male model comes in. It's like, no. They'll happen at the same time. So yeah. That's what I'm planning on anyways. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of things. I'm a very ambitious person that likes to do a lot of stuff. Oh, also, by the way, I think in the next few days, is when, I'll be opening up commissions for the, Furby and Scuff models. And today is the last day that you can get my illustration commissions, at least on VGen. Illustration commissions on VGen, because my illustration commissions will always be open on Artistry. They'll be open all the time on Artistry. So I'll check in once a month just to make sure that if there's anything in there. So if you ever want to get illustration commissions from me, technically they are always open on Artistry. I'll put that in the Discord and also put up a link to Artistry, just saying like, hey, if you ever want to commission artwork from me any time of the year at any moment, you can always go there. It's just on VGen, they'll be open every now and then. So it's like, hey, I really want to get like some sort of art commission from you. You can commission me on Artistry. Artistry, I get 100% of the profit, or like 100% of whatever I say that the price is. So, yeah. Honestly, Artistry is a lot better for just art illustration commissions compared to VGen, because VGen like takes a cut. VGen is a lot better like with VTubing and all that sort of stuff. So that's why I still do it up here for illustrations, because then it's like people get it. But if you are looking for Furby or Scuff models, those will be open December 7th. So probably by the time that this video comes out on the VOD's channel, they probably will be open. So, yeah. Honestly, a lot of people have their, commissions open for a lot of different stuff, so. But yeah. I'm going to be opening up my art commissions definitely more frequently. That's what I'm going to plan on doing. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't get a whole lot of commissions. As much as people think I do, I actually don't. And I think it's like a big thing of like, because a lot of people are just like, well, if you just post your art up more, or you post up your commissions more. I'm like, bro, I don't get enough like commissions to be like constantly posting about I have commissions open. So yeah, it's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. I like to say like that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Sometimes you'll get a lot. I've noticed that like in 2025 especially, that a lot of people haven't been getting commissions from people. Even I have like posted up in some places because people were like asking for like, do people have their commissions open and stuff. So I did put my stuff up there. But, I do have things now in the shop, though, for VGen. And, of course, when I complete the customizable Furby model as well, then it'll be up not only here, but also in the Ko-Fi. So it'll be in both places. So if you want to get it on Ko-Fi or you want to get it on VGen, it doesn't really matter. Both sides get the same. And yeah, I do want to put like more things in the shop, but unfortunately, just like with here's a little back end for you guys. In VGen for the shop, it only lets you have, I'm gonna delete this one. It only lets you have, I believe, a few products. So let me see here. So, there's a grand opening, but you have to get your star badge. Earn your star seller badge and unlock unlimited shop listings, priority discovery to your profile, and more. So basically, You have to sell 5 products or sell 2 one-of-a-kinds in the last 30 days. Earn 50 USD shop earnings in the last 30 days. Get 2 shop reviews from 2 different customers in the last 30 days. And a 4.7 plus shop rating. And then you can get your star stuff. So you can only have a limited, I don't know how many shop listings you can have before it says and I'm having a feeling it's 5. I'm getting a feeling it's 5. And the reason I'm saying I'm getting a feeling it's 5 is because on VGen, when you just sign up, you only have access to do 5 services when you sign up, and you don't have a verified account. So yeah, it's not great. I'm gonna be honest. I would highly recommend if you are an artist, all right, and you are not a part of the VTubing community, or like know a lot about VTubers and all that sort of stuff, or have an anime-ish style, don't even bother going on VGen. All right, I know this is hard to think about. I will tell you this much: VGen is more for the VTuber content creator side of things than it is for regular schmegular people. All right. If you're gonna want to do that, I would just recommend doing artistry and marketing yourself. Artistry apparently does also have a marketplace, but I'm gonna be honest, it pales in comparison to what VGen is. I will also say this much: VGen discoverability is also just terrible. I know, like, it looks like it has a really good one. No. You have to be every single day spamming it with at least 5 artworks a day. A day. I'm sorry, I don't have that much backlog of artworks. Or, you know, posting up a lot of fan art. I would say, like, fan art does help a lot, because then people go like, oh, well, I know those characters. But when it's like OC art or anything like that, it's like, no. So, yeah. It's just how it is, with VGen. And there's nothing much you can do. Honestly, there's nothing much you can do. So. My personal thing would be, literally, just, if you want to get it on a secure site, just do artistry. Yeah. Just be on artistry. And you get, like, all the profits. And also, however many commissions that you take, like, through artistry or whatever, it will also transfer over to actually planting a tree. So that's why it's called Artist Tree, because it's also a charity that helps to donate trees, or to plant trees. So you're doing something good for the world by making art. So you're not only technically getting art, but you're also technically making a donation as well. So yeah. Wait, why is this a draft? That's weird. I don't know why that was a draft. That should have been published. I don't know why that was doing that. But yeah. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of things, that you can do, through VGen. I will say this much, you know, once I got, like, the VIP, or not the VIP, but the verified badge, I immediately just started, like, posting so much more to my portfolio, so people could see the wider range of stuff that I had. And honestly, still, like, I do have a wide range of characters and things I've drawn. So it is very interesting to me that's like, you know, as a person that has like such a wide range of stuff, and then it's like not very many commissions. And I think it's just because I do a lot of lineless art, so all of my art is pretty much lineless and is not completely typical anime style. It's my own unique style of combining realistic with, so it's semi-realism and anime together. So it's not too anime, but it's not too semi-realism. It's kind of like a mixture, a good mixture, right? So honestly, part of me was also thinking about making pre-made oh my gosh, pre-made VTuber models, but like making like cute little ones. But the thing is, like, I need to be able to have like more of the shop open in order for it to happen. Oh yeah, because I clicked to snooze ads. I was like, what? Why is that popping up again? So there's a lot of things to think about, and it's just like, you know, I want to have more ways to be able to get money, you know? You gotta have more ways to get money. You know, that's the other thing that I kind of hate with advice content when it comes to like giving people advice. I'm just like, because they always say like when you're streaming and stuff, like you need to have other revenues of money, and I'm like, I have commissions open, I have a shop, I have a physical merch, I have a merch store, I have I'm on a bunch of different social medias, but the thing is that all those other social medias I am not getting any money for, okay, except Twitch. So I'm only getting it through Twitch, because you have to be able to hit certain requirements in order to unlock like memberships and things on YouTube, right? And then you also have to reach certain things in order to get money on TikTok, and then you also have to reach certain things in order to get money through Twitter, right? And I am just not hitting those milestones on all those other different platforms in order to reach that. So, and a lot of people might be just like, oh, well, focus on making it to there. And I'm like, okay, but then I'm gonna have to sacrifice my other forms of content in order just to do that. And then what? Then leave it to the wayside once I finish it? No, because that's a disservice to the people that literally followed me for doing all of that work. So it's kind of like, yeah. So hopefully like through shop and stuff like that, like I can probably get maybe some more money from that. Hopefully. But I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest. I do have a lot of like free stuff on the Ko-Fi, but of course on the Ko-Fi you can always donate. You can always donate through Ko-Fi if you want to. I do have it set up though now that in order for me to be able to like schedule out like stuff for Ko-Fi, I had to say like, sure, you can take 5%. So instead of like taking whatever, they now take like 5% of whatever I get. I mean, like Ko-Fi doesn't give you everything either. But yeah. So it's like if you ever want to, you know, you can always donate through Ko-Fi. You could give gifts through Throne. Like I have ways that people can be able to do it. I just don't like to usually beg for it. I'm not begging. I'm just saying that I do have other ways to do it, to get money, but a lot of people just don't. And even like bigger content creators, some of them still only get a lot of their money probably through Twitch or YouTube. So sometimes just most of them have other revenue, like, you know, they do have other revenue streams, but they still are probably making more money from whatever form of content that they're creating compared to that. And right now, I think my biggest one is Twitch, and then my second biggest is commissions. Third would be anything that I make from people buying merch off of my actual shop, or buying digital goods that I have. So that's kind of how it's set up, which honestly is not like a bad thing if you kind of like think about it. But you do want to be making, like, a lot of people are like, well, you got to make like more passive income, right? And I'm like, look, a lot of people can set up everything in the world in order to do what they need to do, and it still won't work. So you can set up hundreds and thousands of things, and people could just be like, no, sorry, not joining it. But yeah, I do, you know, wish I could get more commissions to be able to draw like more awesome, cool people. It would be so cool. And I do take fan art commissions. A lot of people don't realize this. I don't mind drawing fan art commissions for people. I know it says like, you know, colored there. I know it says like character illustrations, but I should just like rename it just illustration work. You can ask for anything. You could just say like you can say like illustration work. Hey, can you make like a comic page for me? And I'll go, yeah, sure. How many pages do you want? how many pages do you want? Because depending on how many pages you want, you know, it's like, oh, do you got character designs? I hope you got character designs. I ain't designing your characters. That's gonna cost you more money. And an ad is gonna come up, and I think after the ads are done, we'll kind of like have a little exit and actually leave. And let me like check really quickly. Yeah, there's not many people that are that are like streaming right now. I have been holding and I need to probably you know what? Let me snooze that, because I think I'm just gonna like wrap it up here and kind of like end. There's you know, again, it's a lot of things there's a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I do know that there are people that are interested in getting a scuff model and also Furby models and all this sort of stuff. So I'm just like, I actually have to message somebody when the scuff models open up. I gotta remind myself about that. Contact person, tell them that they're open, and then tell them when it'll be open next. Because again, I want to have more. I want to have it open more. So the reason that I'm trying to take this break off to work on a bunch of stuff is to literally empty my plate out so I can be able to take more commissions. That's literally the main reason. The other thing is that I might start offering emote commissions. I used to offer emote commissions, but I want to, we might take a time where we're just kind of streaming and I'm working on actually remaking a lot of my emote commissions, because you could also have this awesome Anya like close up emote for yourself, or you know, or somebody taking your credit card like George does, or you know, I have some funnier emotes. Where's my mewing, my Giga Chad mewing one. I have like a few like really funny emotes, so I want to make those available for people to be able to download, or not download, but to be able to use and like commission from me, because a lot of people do like the stare emote. And I'll say this much: I hate when people say like, oh, we have to buy like 3 emotes, like this is the price of 3 emotes, and I'll just be like, no, this is here's the price for 1 emote, here's the price for like 3 emotes, you know, 4 or 5, depending on like which ones you pick or like which pack you pick, it's gonna cost this much. And that's kind of like how I kind of did it, was do like emo packs. And I do have like I might have like two or three like palettes that you can pick from. So when I mean like palettes, I mean like the ones that you can pick, and it'll just be like, hey, here's the ones for all the different stuff. And then of course, you know, the deliverables for them would just be like, you know, the size that is needed for them to be uploaded. And I'll make sure that they're like small enough that if you wanted to use them for like rewards, so if you look on my like little channel points and stuff, I had to You guys don't know. It was such a nightmare to kind of do this because for some reason some of them were like way too big. So, but honestly, I like how they came out. All of them came out. So then it's like it's super cute and adorable. So then you can kind of figure out what reward does what without really having to read the name. But yeah. So there's some smaller stuff that I want to kind of work on. I want to work on basically I just want to have like more your character here stuff available because then I can just keep those open and I might just keep those open constantly. Because then it's like when people come to my page and they're like, oh well these commissions aren't open, but oh you have this one open, that looks kind of interesting, I'll order that. So you know, just to have something available for people. I'm gonna snooze ads one last time so the message is gonna pop up again. But I think I'm gonna be ending it off here. Again, I knew that this was gonna be kind of like, honestly this was more of a test stream to see if George was gonna work, and it looks like George is working all nice and fine. That's the main thing I was worried about the most this stream. You know, again, things could come up. There's going to probably be issues and other problems. I'm going to be thinking about moving over to Amazon Poly so that then I can be able to not have this issue, and so that then we can be able to use George for as long as possible until hopefully. I will say though that Amazon Poly is done by Amazon, like by Amazon Web Services, and so technically if Amazon Web Services does go down, that means that George goes down, but we'll have a backup. You know, the backup will be of course like the Streamlabs or Stream Elements or something. But for some reason, Stream Elements is now working. So I might message in the Discord and tell them, hey, I switched over to the Streamlabs area and I tested it with Stream Elements. Stream Elements was also working, it played the audio, it did everything. So I don't really know what's happening. It worked when I tested it and I did it live. So, and you know, I'll just, I'll tell them like, you know, here's the video. Eventually it'll go up onto my YouTube VODs, but you know, this worked. I don't know what happened. I'm not a tech genius. I just downloaded the beta and it worked. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna end it off here. I do want to thank you guys that did pop in and join and just kind of have just a cozy little chat here and there. Honestly, we haven't done one of these cozy coffee chats in a while, so I was like, let's just like talk about things and talk about other stuff that I kind of have in mind and some of the things that I'm going to be doing for the future and everything. And you know, we'll just see what 2026 brings. I literally told my mom, I'm like, hopefully, you know, next year doesn't start with a massive fire that almost possibly could have burned our entire home down, and not only our home but our entire neighborhood. Because it's not really that much of a big thing, but yes, I did live, well, I don't know, because this might change in the future depending on if I move and stuff. But I was close to some really big giant fires that happened earlier this year, and it was very scary and very terrifying for not only me, but for a lot of people that were around me. I did hear some news that some content creators actually unfortunately did lose their homes and had to evacuate of some sort. So, and I know that a lot of them are probably very much like are very up in the air of what is going to happen to them. You know, I do pray that all of them are fine. I'm not a religious person, I'll tell you that much, but I do like hope and have some prayers that they will be in a better place, or more secure place, or whatever is going to happen to them, because honestly a lot of people are still recovering from those big giant fires that did happen. My mother and I were very lucky that our area did not we did not have an evacuation notice, However, they did speculate that we could end up being an evacuation notice depending on how things turned out. But that was definitely like a really, really big blow to 2025 at the beginning. And then it just kind of seemed that everything was kind of really going terribly throughout 2025. Even still, there's a lot of things that are, you know, still happening in the background of things that I don't really know how 2026 is going to go. But all I can say is that I have hopes that for content creation and me doing stuff, just to keep up with it, keep doing it, keep grind set is the mindset for a lot of things, and just kind of seeing, and we'll be celebrating 5 years next year for in May. We'll be celebrating, which I'll be calling it Monster May. I'm gonna be trying to stream every single week throughout the entirety of May. Not every single day, I'm not gonna do that, but I'll be streaming every single week throughout the entirety of May. And just celebrating our Monster May and having fun with you guys, and probably bringing some friends on as well, and just having fun. So without any further ado, before ads play, I'm going to be leaving it off here for you guys. I do want to thank you all for supporting this monster girl as she continues to do her work and continues to do some great things for you guys. And I will be seeing you guys all next week for some art and some gaming. That's what I have planned. Maybe we might be doing Monster Hunter Wilds because we gotta prep for Gosmazios. So, without any further ado, as I always say, may the stars guide you. Until next time. Goodbye, everyone.